Please rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable President Judge Dominic Mono presiding, assisted by the Honorable Thomas M. Picone and the Honorable John W. Hodge. Please be seated.
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see so many happy and smiling faces out there on this very enjoyable occasion of swearing in the county elected officials who were elected at the November 2009 election. The honoraries and elected officials, which we will swear in today, include our jury commissioners, A. Wayne Yoho and Amy Shea, our sheriff, Perry Calero, our registrar and recorder, Janet Calajanan, our new district attorney, Joshua Lamancusa, district court judge, Jennifer Nicholson, and retained common police court judge, J. Craig Cox. We're very honored today also to have an impressive list of dignitaries who have attended this event. I'd like to introduce them at this time. United States Congressman Jason Altmaier, State Senator Elder Vogel, State Representative Chris Sonato, State Representative Jarrett Gibbons. I believe Judge Francis Cayaza is here with us also. Magisterial District Court Judge Melissa Amodi, Magisterial District Court Judge David Rischel, Magisterial District Court Judge Jerry Cartwright, Magisterial District Court Judge Scott McGrath. Our Lawrence County Commissioners, Lawrence County Commissioner Dan Vogler, Lawrence County Commissioner Richard de Blasio, Lawrence County Commissioner and Chairman Steve Craig, our Prothonotary and Clerk of Courts Helen Morgan, County Controller David Gettings, County Treasurer Richard Rapone, the Mayor of the City of Newcastle Anthony Mastrangelo, the Mayor of Elwood City Borough Anthony Court, our Democratic Chairman Richard Christopher, Republican Chairman William Schaefer, and former state representative and former county commissioner Thomas Fee. So we do appreciate that impressive attendance from our dignitaries. It shows their interest and their recognition of the importance of this occasion. The procedure we will follow is this. I will introduce and call upon the individual to be sworn in. We'll call upon you one at a time. And as I introduce you and call you forward, then please come forward for the oath to be administered by our Prothonotary Helen Morgan. After you take the oath and sign the oath, then if you wish to make remarks, that would be the appropriate time to make your remarks after you've taken the oath. And we'll begin with the office of the jury commissioners. I just want to comment on the importance of that office. Every month we have a trial term for the processing of civil and criminal jury trials. There's a lot of people here at that time. We have a lot of cases to process. And one of the things we depend upon is an ample pool of jurors so that we can go forward without any kind of delay in the court process. And I need to compliment our jury commissioners, Amy Shea and A. Wayne Yoho, for what a great job they do in assuring us that every month that we have a sufficient pool of jurors. That's a very difficult job, as you might imagine. Many people are reluctant to serve, and they're able to fulfill their responsibility every month and every trial term without any delay in any court process. That's greatly appreciated. We'll begin, first of all, with Amy Shea, if you'll come forward and take the oath of office.
Amy Shea,
I, Amy Shea,
Jury Commissioner,
Jury Commissioner,
do solemnly swear
that
that I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
You want to sign here, please? I'll give you a hug. It's a pleasure. Turn around, honey. I think we did that wrong.
Backwards? You want to do that?
Yeah, no, that's all right. This is not. Okay.
Wayne Yoho has served for 16 years, and I believe this is his 5th term of office. So, A. Wayne Yoho, Mr. Yoho, if you'll come forward and be sworn.
Is Betty Jean here? Okay. Place your left hand. Raise your right hand and put your left hand on the Bible. Please repeat after me. I, A. Wayne Yoho,
I, A. Wayne Yoho,
Jury Commissioner,
Jury Commissioner,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
And if you'll sign there, please, right here. And Betty Jean's not here, so I get to give you a hug.
Sheriff Perry Calero has been reelected to his 2nd term of office, and I would like to state on behalf of the entire court to let the sheriff know how much we appreciate the job he did in his 1st term, and which I know he'll continue to do in his 2nd term. I think the word that best describes the sheriff is dependability. He has, every time we need something for the court, he's right there with whatever needs to be done without any kind of glitch in the operations. And we also feel very secure with him around. Anytime there's been any kind of a security issue, he's anticipated it, he was out ahead of it. We all feel very, very grateful and comfortable with him serving as sheriff. Sheriff Keller, will you come forward and be served?
Raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I, Perry Quilero,
I, Perry Quilero,
Sheriff of Lawrence County,
Sheriff of Lawrence County,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Do you want to sign right here? Do I get to give him a hug and a kiss? Okay. There you go, Perry.
Janet Callajanan has been a fixture in the office of the Register and Recorder of Deeds as long as I've been involved in the legal profession. I can still remember as a law student working here for the summer for a local law firm when I walked into the Register Recorder's office for the first time and met her. At that time, she was a clerk, and then she decided to run, and she was elected and reelected and reelected and reelected, and this is her 8th term of office. And I think that what needs to be said about Jan and her operation is that it's seamless. You don't hear much about that office, and there's a reason, and that's because she has the operation down to a fine-tuned machinery. And I know her employees think highly of her, too, as well as all the lawyers who appreciate the job that she does at her office, as well as the court. So we'll now administer the oath to Jan. I think it's also on a personal note, too. I also want to recognize Jan's daughter and my goddaughter, Alyssa.
Oh.
So.
Place your left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand, please. I, Janet Callajanan,
I, Janet Callajanan,
Lawrence County Register and Recorder,
Lawrence County Register and Recorder,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this
and
Commonwealth,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
that I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Would you sign there, please? a super cover worker. Thank you, Jen.
I guess nobody wants to make any speeches today, but that's okay. That's your prerogative. The next individual is our newly elected District Attorney, Joshua Lamancusa. You know, I was thinking about what to say about District Attorney Lamancusa because there is a lot I could say. He ran an impressive campaign, but the thing that kept coming to my mind was something that one of his elementary teachers said to me a short while ago. And this person said, the thing about Joshua was that there was always something special about him. You knew that he was going to be a success just by the way he appeared and how he conducted himself. And what interests me about that statement is I could say the same thing about him today. There is something special about him, and it's obvious if you know him and come to know him that you believe he's going to be very, very successful. He's new to being elected to public office, but he's not new to public service. He's run a prosecutor's office before as part of the JAG Corps. He has ample experience. He has a lot of challenges to face, but he has all the tools to face those challenges. I can speak as a judge who has seen him in court many times. He's an accomplished attorney. He is of the highest ethics and character. And I do believe that Lawrence County has a lot to look forward to with Joshua Lamancusa as our next district attorney, and we'll administer an oath at this time.
Raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I, Joshua Lamancusa,
I, Joshua Lamancusa,
Lawrence County District Attorney,
Lawrence County District Attorney,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the
of
duties
my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Here you go. There you go, Carmen. You did a good job. Loretta, too, though.
Right here.
Right there, honey. There you go. I get to give you a hug.
I will certainly take this opportunity with all these people in the room to thank judges, distinguished gentlemen, gentlewomen, thank you very much. This is a very important day, not just for me, but for my entire family. It is a day that I've looked forward to for a long time, and I'm standing here deeply honored to be before you. My roots come from Newcastle. My grandfather and grandmother came to this country from Italy, started a small store on the south side, and they raised my father and my aunt. My aunt is Dr. Lamancusa, and my father is Carmen. They have been longstanding members of our community, and it is through their efforts and through their reputation that I stood on their shoulders to reach this point here today. I also stood on the shoulders of my mother. This is someone who gave me character and taught me to be a man sometimes when I didn't necessarily want to be one. I also want to thank my wife. She is here today. My wife just got back on Saturday. She was doing something far more important for our country than anything that I did here today or that I've done in this county. So I truly thank her for everything she has done. To all of my friends and supporters, for those of you who are with me from the very beginning, thank you. For those of you who are with me even right at the end, thank you. Without all of your support, certainly without your vote, I would not be here today. And for those of you who are part of my inner circle, and you know who you are, there will always be a smile and a debt of gratitude owed to you. I thank you truly for that. Lastly, to the members of our community, there was a statesman that I truly respect, and he said, upon being sworn into office, I will do the very best that I can. I will do the very best that I know how, and I will do so until the very end. That is my pledge to the people of Lawrence County. Thank you.
Judge Jennifer Nicholson has been elected to her office as district court judge. However, she has served for nearly 2 years by appointment of the governor, and I am happy to say that she has served with absolute distinction. Lawrence County is very blessed to have a group of distinguished magisterial court judges. We have a great board of judges at that level. And when she became appointed to that position, she fit right into the mold. She is competent. She is of the highest ethical standards. She is a true credit to the bench. And at this time, we'll administer the oath to her.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I, Jennifer Nicholson,
I, Jennifer Nicholson,
District Judge,
District Judge,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
There you go. You put her on and I'll congratulate her.
I'm very proud to be part of what I consider to be one of the best panel of judges Lawrence County has ever seen. Our common pleas judges, the other district judges, are all very honorable and conduct their courtrooms with the utmost integrity, and I'm very proud to be part of that. I would like to thank my staff. You guys are so good at what you do. I could have handpicked a better group. Don't ever think I take you for granted, because I know how lucky I am. I'd like to thank my friends and my family who served as my campaign committee. No matter what I asked, they did it and went over the top with it. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. And most importantly, I'd like to thank my family. They all made tremendous sacrifices for this campaign, for me to be where I am today. And it's because of them that I am who I am. And I'm so proud of you, and I can't thank you enough.
As to our next elected official, retained Judge J. Craig Cox, this one I take very, very personal. Judge Cox and I grew up in the same neighborhood, the Croton area of the city of Newcastle. I knew his parents all my life. I can still remember hitchhiking home up Croton Avenue from high school, and Mr. Cox would always pick us up. Always appreciated that. There's a lot I could say about Judge Cox, but anything that I could say would pale in comparison to the fact that the lawyers of Lawrence County Bar Association voted as to whether he should be retained, and he was voted to be retained by near unanimity. Got all the votes except one, which is the same thing that happened to me. We're still trying to figure out who that is. And of course, in the election, his retention percentage, the last I heard, was 84% and still climbing, which is an astounding percentage for a judge to be retained by. But for the record, I am going to state what all of us here on the bench know to be true, that Judge Cox is an exceptionally qualified judge. He is a seasoned trial judge and a legal scholar. He conducts himself with the highest standards of ethics, honesty, and character. He is a true anchor on this bench. He is a treasured friend and colleague. We are very, very lucky to have him. And best of all, like me, he's a Pitt fan. And when I need someone to go to for tickets, I have somebody to go to. Judge Cox, if you'll come forward and take your oath and join us here on the bench.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand, please. I, J. Craig Cox,
I, J. Craig Cox,
Lawrence County Judge,
Lawrence County Judge,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
that I will discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Your Honor, thank you, Your Honor. Pictures. Judge, what a pleasure.
Well, Christopher, the last time I was sworn in, you were in kindergarten, and today you could drive here. I'd just like to congratulate all those who are sworn in today. I know them all. They're all friends of mine. They're all going to do an excellent job in their offices. When you serve 10 years as judge, and now you have another term, you have a lot of people to thank and acknowledge for all the support, the past and future support they'll give you. I need to thank my wife and my son. My parents are here. I thank them very much. Any success I have in life, I owe to them. My sister Courtney's here. If I would have had her intelligence, I'd be on the Supreme Court by now. My sister-in-law, Sister Shirley, is here. It's always nice to have a nun on your side. I need to thank my staff, Diane and Jim, Liz and Tom. They do an excellent job, and I thank them every night when they leave. They think it's because they're leaving, but I thank them for the job they did that day. And I certainly need to thank my colleagues, President Judge Motto, Judge Picone, and Judge Hodge. Sometimes I think that it wasn't necessarily the voters' appreciation of my performance and why I was retained, but their overall satisfaction and appreciation of the whole judicial branch here in Lawrence County, and that I think the four of us together really present an excellent judicial system for the citizens of Lawrence County. And I thank them for all their help and assistance in my career. I have to thank the voters of Lawrence County. They have returned me to a position I truly love. There's no other job I want in the world. It's a joy just to come into the courthouse every day. You come in through the maintenance department, and you hear the local, state, and federal news from Frank Piccari immediately, and the maintenance staff, to walking by all the offices and saying hello to everyone, and coming up and doing something you truly enjoy doing. The role of a judge in my judicial philosophy is very simple. Really, the judicial branch is about the fair and just administration of justice. And that's what I seek to do every day in my courtroom. And what I have done and what I'll continue to do, I'll come to work every day, I'll work hard. Sometimes the courtroom can be intimidating for the participants or even some of the attorneys. So I try to put people at ease, and I try to treat everyone with dignity and respect, because that's what the court expects, and the participants should expect no less. And the law, when you think about it, it does not look up to anyone or down upon anyone, but looks at everyone equally. And that's what I'll do. I'll follow the law. I'll treat everyone fairly and justly. That's what I've tried to do for the last 10 years. That's what I'm going to try to do for the next 10 years. Thank you very much.
As we bring this proceeding to a close, I do want to thank our Reformatory and Clerk of Courts, Helen Morgan, for swearing everybody in. When I was retained, I had a Superior Court judge that I knew very well call me up and say, "This is great, I want to come to Lawrence County and swear you in." And I had to think of a way gracefully to tell the Superior Court judge that, "I'm sorry, but the only person I would ever want to swear me in is Helen Morgan." So that's the way it happened. That judge did come and preside, but Helen swore me in. Thank you. But my closing comments are this, and I speak not just for myself, but our Board of Judges. We do find it significant to note that each of the offices that we have addressed today have a direct effect on court operations. And given the caliber of all the individuals sworn in today, we find that to be very, very reassuring. Each of you deserve to be congratulated, not just because you have won an election, but more meaningfully because you have won the public trust. You are the candidates that a majority of the electorate believes will be most able and most committed to serve the public good. I know that each of you fully appreciates the responsibility that comes with discharging the duties of your office. In accepting this responsibility, it is my wish that you will be motivated by the philosophy of Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher who believed that a person could not be truly happy in life unless he lived it in the service of others. May your greatest compensation be the satisfaction that comes with practicing that philosophy. With that, this brings our proceedings to an end. There is a reception to follow with refreshments downstairs, and I'll ask the bailiff at this time to declare recess.
Please rise. The court is now in recess.